Now the conclusion to our story. Frederick Lenz will tell you he's a new age teacher making money the old-fashioned way, by earning it. But is his empire built on innovation or illusion? Once again, John Hockenberry.
Frederick Lenz loves to talk about his success, his million-dollar homes, expensive hobbies, his books that he says fly out of bookstores, his new age musical career, and especially his computer software businesses.
We're essentially offering educational products and artificially intelligent products at very, very low prices that work. It's a concept. And for this we get called a cult. Welcome to modern day America.
A cult? Nonsense, says Frederick Lenz. So we wanted to know just how he came by his millions.
It's kind of happened by accident. The albums have done well, the software's done well. I just picked things that I like to do in life and went after them with everything I had.
He says it happened by accident. So we tried to find out how much of Lenz's millions come from books, music, and software, the things he creates, and how much comes from the pockets of the hundreds of students who follow him everywhere and hang on his every word.
For an unknown author, we found out that Lenz got an unbelievable media blitz for his book. Here's one of his radio ads.
I read a great novel last night, Surfing the Himalayas.
Me, I don't have time to read. Gotta work, gotta make money, gotta get somewhere.
That's what Surfing the Himalayas is about.
He got a low six-figure advance from 2 publishers, but we found out that Lenz paid over $1 million to market his book, hiring his own publicist, taking out full-page newspaper and magazine ads. He even paid to have ads projected onto 1,700 multiplex movie screens. We found out it's something Lenz doesn't like to talk about.
How much did you pay for it, do you think?
That's my business.
A lot?
A bunch.
A bunch?
Some. Yeah. A little. None. No. I mean,
did it help?
Well, who knows? We'll find out. We've sold 200,000 copies.
But publishing executives told us it was more like 90,000. As for the music, Lenz's albums have not made the charts.
Now let's go way up.
He invited us to watch him compose with a member of Zazen, his band.
Now let's go on the opposite of it, way down.
How do you compose music?
Feelings, emotions, places mostly. So.
But how do you write the actual music?
Well, the guys and I sit down and we write the music. Get funky. Funky-er.
Right? Not all the members of Zazen agree that Lenz even is a composer.
I never, in my definition of composition and writing, saw him write anything.
Former band member Steve Kaplan is a professional musician and composer and actually plays on Zazen's albums.
Lenz lists himself on the Zazen albums as one of the members of the band.
Yes.
What does he play?
He doesn't play anything.
Not even a tambourine?
Not even.
In other words, Frederick Lenz is no Yanni. Not even close. Total sales for Zazen are about 15,000 albums. To date, the band has received a mere $5,000 in royalties. And like his book, we discovered Frederick Lenz paid to advertise the Zazen albums. Paid for a music video, and paid most of the album's production costs. It's more likely Lenz lost money on Zazen. So what about his computer businesses?
Yeah, I just seem to have a knack for architectural design, for networking software. It's a job. Somebody's got to do it. I'm overwhelmed by success, to be honest with you, and the burdens of success. I mean, success doesn't mean having fancy cars and fancy houses. It means being a CEO, it means running a business.
But it does not necessarily mean knowing that much about the inner workings of a computer program.
Do you program yourself?
Yes.
In what languages?
I can write a little C++, some Visual Basic, stuff like that, but overall, I am a computer architect. I'm a person who designs systems.
Well, they still work in languages.
Yeah, but I have people who write the languages for me.
You're paying them?
In some cases, some people are paid through corporations, not personally by me. I myself do not have any employees.
He has no employees, but he's the CEO of at least a dozen high-tech companies. They're privately held, so we weren't permitted to know much about Lenz's company's sales. But surprisingly, we found that Lenz doesn't seem to know much about them either.
It's not the sort of thing you're going to find in your local computer store for your PC. We sell software to the U.S. military and the U.S. government now already.
You sell products to the military?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
How much business do you do with the Pentagon?
Well, it's increasing rapidly, let's put it that way. You know, they keep ordering more and more and more.
We checked with the Pentagon. Officials we spoke with at the Army, Navy, the Air Force, and Coast Guard all told us that while they can't track every purchase, they had never heard of Lenz's products. After they searched their files for weeks, the Marines discovered 3 purchases amounting to $7,500.
We sell to large Fortune 500 corporations.
Which ones?
Lots of different ones.
Can you name one?
Sure.
Okay.
You know.
Let's hear one.
Bank of America.
Bank of America has bought a product from one of your companies?
I think Bank of America is running that.
When we called Bank of America's corporate headquarters, they hadn't heard of his software either. There is a product. It's called the CS8000 and the newer CS10000. It helps companies figure out how to set up large computer networks. It sells for about $10,000. And guess what? Lenz is listed as the inventor. So we asked him again who was buying it and how we might get in touch with them.
200 of the largest corporations are currently in the world are currently running the CS8000s.
So 200 of the world's largest corporations are using your products.
You've got it.
Some names.
Well, you know, I mean, I'd have to look at the list.
I don't know. A CEO that cannot answer that question,
Well,
Dr.
in other
Lenz.
words, I have a list, if, you know, but it's upstairs of lots of companies that use the software.
Well, we'd love to see the list before we go.
I'm sure you would.
But off camera, no list. And Lenz's attorney refused to let us independently verify claims for the product. We spent weeks trying to find a purchasing agent who knew anything at all about Frederick Lenz's computer software.